Okay, CCWs take a long time to get, and before you know it, you have to renew. But is that about to change? Right now, your California CCW is good for 2 years. Everybody that has a CCW knows that. And you also know that it takes a little while to renew, so it's not quite 2 years that you really have it. By the time you get it and get all settled in and get used to carrying, boom, it's you're ready to have to renew it again. Fortunately, there is a bill that has been introduced, AB 1092, AB 1092. It's actually a very straightforward, short bill, and it's going to lengthen that 2 years to 4 years. And this was proposed, it was authored by Assemblymember Castillo, who's actually up in Riverside County. She is a Republican. I don't know if this thing's going to pass. And like I said, it's pretty straightforward, pretty simple. Literally, all they do is mark out the word two and change it to four. That's the extent of the change. It's going to have to go through all the different committees, the fiscal appropriation. It's going to have to get voted on by the Assembly and then the state Senate and then the Assembly again. The governor's going to have to approve it. This thing's got a long, long road. And right now it's only got one sponsor, and that's the author. That's it. There's not a big committee of people behind this. That could change tomorrow. That could change next month. But right now, not much going on with it. I think that if they tie this thing to SB2 and they tie it to money, and they tie it to making things, making government run smoother, they might have a chance. I think that there's so many people up in Sacramento serving that any way that they can, screw gun owners, they're happy to do it. But I don't know. It's definitely worth at least reaching out to your assembly member, your state senator, and saying, "Hey, how come you're not a sponsor on this thing?"
And it's not just hurting gun owners, right? It's also hurting our sheriff's departments. Our sheriff departments are struggling under the weight of all of the renewals and the initials that they're already doing. If we can do something to help that be more efficient for them, like lengthening the renewal cycle, I think that's just a net positive. I can hear detractors saying, well, we want people to go back and take a class every 2 years because the laws change so often, and we want to make sure that, people who are carrying guns know the most current law. And I will say that currently laws are changing way more frequently than every 2 years, and it is already the CCW permit holder's responsibility to know the most up-to-date laws and to conceal carry accordingly. So whether we have a class every 2 years or a class every 4 years or no class at all, it is still the CCW's responsibility to know what the current law is and to make those decisions accordingly.
Yeah, the other reality is there isn't a problem. CCW holders in California or anywhere in the nation, they're not breaking laws.
Right.
They're not. In fact, they're breaking fewer laws than many other subgroups, including law enforcement officers.
Yeah, they're not committing violent crime. They're doing a very good job when they do get involved in self-defense shootings. Like, we don't hear a lot where a citizen carrying a CCW shoots the wrong person. This is not a problem that needs to be fixed. We have much more low-hanging fruit that we could go after that would actually make change and impact the safety of Americans. But renewals is not it.
Yeah. And I'll tell you, though, what's cool about this, though, is at least someone's proposing it. And it's not surprising that the person who proposed it is an assembly member from Riverside. I wouldn't be surprised if, there's a lot of CCW holders up there. The sheriff, of course, is very engaged.
Yeah. And their process is very efficient.
And yes. So hopefully they'll continue, even if this thing doesn't go, even if we don't get what we want. At least she's having the discussion. At least she's putting it out there and sticking up for gun owners, which is something we've long needed. And this is the second bill in a row where we can thank Republicans, which, as hard as I am on Republicans, look at you guys. You guys are actually doing something for gun owners. Oh, my gosh. I don't know what to say. Anyway, so that's AB 1092. Again, I think it's worth talking to folks about. I would like to see all 58 sheriffs jump on board and say, yeah, this is going to help me out. All the police chiefs in the state who issue CCWs, it'll help them out. And I'd love to see, more assembly members and more state senators jump on this thing and make it a focus. I wouldn't be surprised if now that AB 1333 is dead, that AB 1092 becomes a focus. So let's hope for that. That'd be very nice. We had to only renew every 4 years rather than 2 would be great.
Mike, can you give the call to action again? What can our listeners do from their homes right now to help this bill?
I think the most direct thing you can do is contact your assembly member, your state senator, and say, hey, please support this thing. It's important. I think that's probably right now. That's the most important. There's probably going to be some more things in the future, but right now where we're at, that's the thing you can do right now.
You guys have homework. Go do it.
That's right. So there you go. AB 1092.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm Michael from Gun Owners Radio. If you liked what you saw, please don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and make a comment. Help us out. Go to gunownersradio.com. Thanks for watching.